Zindabad, Zindabad. Will hoist.
Yeah, okay.
Then there will be Janaganamana after that.
Okay.
After that, we take 1, 2, 3 seconds. We will hoist our flag.
Our flag. Yes.
After that, we will have slogans.
भारत माता की जय। 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 BSNL Pension Welfare Association Zindabad. 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 All India Conference Zindabad. 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 India Conference Zindabad. 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 India Conference Zindabad. 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 BSNL Pension Welfare Association Zindabad. 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 Awake, arise, unite, comrades.
Awake, awake, unite, comrades.
Awake, arise, unite, comrades.
Awake, awake, unite, comrades.
March forward our ultimate goal. Inqilab Zindabad. Inqilab Zindabad. Zindabad. Pension card. BSNL Pension Welfare Association Zindabad. Zindabad. BSNL Pension Welfare Association Zindabad. Zindabad. Inqilab Zindabad.
To the stage and start the meeting, the conference. First, I invite respected the Gopalakrishnan National President, AIBSNL PWA to the dais. Somebody should lead him to the stage. Now, I have to invite our Honorable MB Haibi Eden, who has yet to come. We are waiting for him, but we will start the conference, and when after his coming, it will be inaugurated. I invite Sri V. Varaprasad, General Secretary, AI BSNL PWA to the dais. Somebody lead him to the stage. I invite P.S. Ramangutti, All India Advisor, AI BSNL PWA to the dais. Lead him to the stage. I invite K.D. Sebastian, President, SNPWA CHQ to the dais. If Mr. Sebastian is present, please come to the stage. We wait for him, he will come within minutes. Next, I invite M. Shyamkumar, Circle President, AIR BSNL EWA to the dais. He has also come yet. He will come. We can wait. But the meeting will start. I invite G. N. Hariharan Nair, Circle Secretary, BSNL PWA, BSNL PA Kerala to the dais. Please come to the stage. He is here in the vicinity. He will come within minutes. I invite S. Vithoban, Treasurer, AIBSNL PWA to the dais.
I welcome the distinguished guests and all the 800 plus delegates who have come from 22 different telecom circles in the country to this city of Kochi, the commercial capital of Kerala. Kochi, also known as Cochin, is a port city tucked away by sailing history, cultural exchange, and colonial influence for centuries has lured travelers, traders, and conquerors for ages. this most important special trading center drew all kinds of people, cultures, and influences which have molded this city into what it is today. Merchants from across the world came down to these stores: Arabs, Chinese, Portuguese, Dutch, and British, each of whom has left a stamp on the culture, architecture, and lifestyle of the city. Today, Kochi stands as one of the most vibrant metros in the country, which still celebrates its rich heritage while welcoming the future. Kochi has been a center of strong trade union movement for many decades, especially during the freedom struggle and post-independence period. We are meeting in this conference at a very critical time when statutory pension, the social security system, is under severe attack by the government. The recent amendments made to the CCS pension rule affect us as well because we are covered by the said rule. It's quite astonishing that the government sought to make the amendments under the guise of finance bill, which is for a single year, deviating from the set procedure and practices. It is still more astonishing that the formal Gazette notification was issued in haste and implemented the act with a retrospective effect by more than half a century, never heard in the history. The country has witnessed widespread emphatic protest by pensioners against the amendment, which is meant to supersede all the judgments pronounced by the Supreme Court of India and various high courts during half a century. It implies that all the judgments of the constitutional benches or the apex court stand annulled. Validation of pension rules conferring absolute, unbridled, unassailable powers to the government to discriminate pensioners. The amendments shall impact recommendations of the proposed 8th Central Pay Commission, and National Conference will seriously and subsequent decisions of the government thereon. I am sure that the National Conference will seriously deliberate upon this issue and take suitable decisions to fight out the attack unitedly. In January 2025, few days before elections to Delhi Legislative Assembly were decided, the government announced its decision to set up 8th Central Pay Commission, but no follow-up action was taken for the next 9 months. Now, few days before the elections to Bihar Legislative Assembly are to be declared, the 8th CPC is constituted. Unlike in the past, it's a 3-member commission. Perusal of the terms of reference announced shows that it is mere repetition of the terms of reference of 7th CPC, except a significant addition that the 8th CPC should consider the unified cost of non-contributory pension schemes, which gives clear indication of the present government's attitude towards statutory pension. Government had sought views of the JCM staff side on the terms of reference, but totally ignored suggestions given by the staff side, which represents the major stakeholder, employees and pensioners numbering about 1.2 crores. Our plea for inclusion of pension revision of BSNL bar MTNL retirees in terms of reference is also neglected. Our association has been trying to secure a sustainable system for periodic revision of our pension. We have won many a legal battle, but the government has not honored the judicial pronouncements. I hope that Sri Haibi Eden, the energetic member of Lok Sabha from Ernakulam and chairman of the reception committee of this national conference, will render all possible help to us in achieving our long pending and just demand. Reception committee has made all possible arrangements for the smooth conduct of the national conference. Still, there may be some shortcomings and lapses. I'm sure all of you, being matured senior citizens, will bear with the hosts. I hope that your valuable contribution to the debates will make the conference a memorable one. Once again, I welcome you to this event. Comrades, I welcome Sri Haibi Eden MP, who has kindly consented to inaugurate our conference despite his busy schedule. I welcome him in his absence. We think that he will be coming within a few minutes. I welcome Comrade D. Gopalakrishnan, our national president, who presides over this function.
Comrades and ladies on the dais, and the delegates and observers who have assembled throughout the country. On behalf of CHQ, I appreciate the reception committee for making this conference a very successful and memorable one. The hall itself is overflowing. That shows the strength of All India BSNL Pensioners Welfare Association. Now, 6th All India Conference is being held here in Kerala. Kerala has got many firsts. In my mind, that the fighting capacity of the Keralites is supreme in the entire country. Whatever party they belong to, their immediate reaction is fight on the streets. It is not only left, whether it is Congress or BJP or whatever party it is, any mass organization. Fight is the first thing that comes to my mind if I refer to Kerala. I don't want to go much behind the history of Kerala, but one thing which has happened very recently on 1st of November, in the whole of country, extreme poverty is eliminated in Kerala. This is the first state in the country. I have seen an editorial in the Hindu, even various nations in the global, they should take the example of Kerala. And the highest literacy is in Kerala. So it has got so many firsts. So on behalf of CHQ, I congratulate those comrades. This conference is being held in a very critical juncture, both internationally and nationally. See, a few days back, the President of the United States of America has announced that they are going to test the nuclear bomb after 33 years of gap. What will happen? Next, China will announce, Russia will announce, then there will be a war situation in the whole world. You can't talk about the pension revision, you can't talk about the Validation Act. Unless and until global remains peaceful. After 33 years, he has announced. The second point, I'm not going into details. The second point, Donald Trump has announced tariff increase on many countries, including India. It has got its global implication. It has got its effect on the national economy of India. Now, we are facing it. You should understand, USA is a democratic country. India also is a democratic country. But the existing president of United States announcement is being challenged in the Supreme Court of America. That case is being taken up tomorrow by the Supreme Court of America. But in India, you can't go to the court, even to the Supreme Court, against the sitting prime minister, against the sitting president, leave alone those elected executives, even against the election commissioner, you can't go to the court, even if they indulge in malpractices. We are also called democratic country. See the contrast. A sitting president of India is being challenged in the Supreme Court of America. Here, even the election commissioner cannot be dragged to the Supreme Court of India. Let us understand. I am not going into very many details. As Padanoy has mentioned, that we have got a long agenda. And most important is the pension revision. And now, the Validation Act 2025 has overtaken that. Please understand the danger what we are facing today. See, by presenting the 25-26 financial bill by the Honorable Finance Minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, Part 4 deals with the Validation Act. And in that Part 4, what is the intention of this government? To reduce the fiscal deficit. How they are going to reduce the fiscal deficit? By cutting pension expenditure. Understand the design behind it. There are so many ways to control the fiscal deficit. But why should they touch the pensioners? Are they not competent to fight back? Comrades, please understand. Some people have got wrong understanding about that law. I will deal with it during our subject committee. But the urgency in which it was moved, on 25th March, Parliament passed the bill as part of Finance Bill. On 29th March, Gazette notification was issued by the Ministry of Law and Justice, not even Department of Pension and Pensioners Welfare. Understand the significance. Within 4 days, the government was quick enough to act to bring in Gazette notification. The clear intention is to divide the pensioners on the basis of date of retirement. It's obvious if you go through the rules. 149, 150, if you read the Part 4 of Validation Act, it's very clear that what was there prior to 60th Central Pay Commission. If you understand and correctly understood the speech of Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, the Honorable Finance Minister of India on the floor of Parliament, you can understand the existing pensioners, their pension will not be reduced. What does it indicate? Existing pension will not be touched, but you will not get the future pension. That is behind it. And she also said in the same way, the defense pensioners, they will not be affected in any way because CCS pension rule is not covering the defense pensioners. They have got a different set of rules. See, read the Parliament speech of Finance Minister again and again and again. You can understand the difference. So your existing pension will not be touched. Future pension will not be there. That is the behind it. Otherwise, how will they reduce the fiscal deficit? By reducing the pension expenditure. This is the design behind it. But let me tell you, the same government, in the same budget, they have introduced a new scheme called ELI, Employment Linked Incentive. Understand? They have allotted during this financial year 99,446 crores for this scheme. According to this scheme, target beneficiaries will be 1.92 crore first-time employees. The scheme says, if you are the first-time employee, that employee will get an incentive of 15,000 rupees from government. 15,000. That too not in one installment, in two installments. But what is the incentive that is given to the employer who is employing for the first time the employee? That employer, according to the scheme, will get 3,000 rupees per month. The scheme is for 2 years. That means the employee will get an incentive of 15,000 rupees, but the employer will get 72,000 rupees. And what is this government idea? Is it employee related? Is it employee oriented or employer oriented? The same budget. So let us understand these are all the differences. Let me tell you what is the position. I am quoting the RBI data. In the last 5 years, 2019-20 to 24-25, the annual liability of every Indian household has increased by 102%. Every household annual liability has increased by 102%, whereas their assets have increased only by 48%. What does it show? In the last 5 years, I am only quoting RBI data. So it shows annual liability of every household, including the pensioner's household. The liability has increased by 102%. Now let us understand. And we should also understand history. I am not going into very many details. When the working class got the benefit from the government, the pensioners or the central government employees, when they got the benefit, if you go through the history of recent past, you can understand whenever there was a stable government with one-party rule, the employees and the common public did not get the benefit. Whenever there was a coalition government, the ruling party in single party does not enjoy the majority, then only the people and the pensioner community and the central government employees got the benefit. You can understand? When the central government employees got the bonus, when the railway employees got the bonus, when the PNT employees got the bonus, and the Charan Singh government, please understand, Ram Vilas Paswan was the railway minister. Railway employees got the bonus. Even though there was a demand, quoting that PNT employees also got it by serving a strike notice. So let us understand. And how we got, the central government employees got 40% increase after the pay commission? When it was held. Please understand, whenever there was a coalition government, that too supported by a left party, whether inside or outside, then only the people at large and the central government employees and the pensioners got the benefit. The government, pay commission, 50th Central Pay Commission has only recommended 20% increase. How it became 40%? Because leftists insisted you have to increase to by 40%. And the government has to lean on the support of the left. That is how we got the 40% increase. Let us understand. And the attitude of the government, whether it is Congress government or BJP government, their intention is to reduce the number of public sector, disinvest, reduce the number of employees in the public sector. That has been the attitude. I can tell you, the UPA 1 government under Dr. Manmohan Singh decided actually to disinvest 39.01% to 75% in 13 public sector undertakings. Under pressure from the left, it was dropped. 75% disinvestment, UPA 1 government proposed. that was stoutly opposed by the left parties because they were leaning on the support of the left. Ultimately, the proposal has to be dropped. The number of central public sector employees in 2016-17, it was 11,35,675 regular employees. As on 31/3/24, it came down to 8,14,018 regular employees. And within 5 years, how much decrease? On the other hand, contract laborers have increased by 7,04,565. This is the approach of the government. Similarly, central pay commissions. You can understand, though due to paucity of time, I am not going into the details. Please also understand that terms of reference. What was the terms of reference in 6 CPC? It was headed by Justice B.N. Krishna with 2 members and 1 member secretary. Here in 8 CPC, you have got 1 chairperson, 2 part-time member secretary. Even in the 7th Pay Commission, there was 1 chairman, 2 members and 1 member secretary. Here even the number of members in the Pay Commission is reduced. The terms of reference of the 6th CPC says, I am only going with regard to the pension, to examine the principles which should govern the structure of pension, DCRG, family pension, and other terminal and recurring benefits having financial implications to the present and former central government employees appointed before January 1, 2004. Is it clear? Absolutely clear. They have not omitted past pensioners. After 2004, you know that NPS has come. What 7 CPC terms of reference says, headed by Justice Ashok Kumar Mathur, to examine the principles which should govern the structure of pension and other retirement benefits, including revision of pension in the case of employees who have retired prior to the date of effect of these recommendations, keeping in view that retirement benefits of all central government employees appointed on and after 1/1/2004 are covered by the new pension scheme. Then, to make recommendations on the above, keeping in view, 1, the economic conditions of the country and the need for fiscal prudence. 2, the need to ensure that adequate resources are available for developmental expenditure and welfare measures. 3, the likely impact of the recommendations on the finances of the state government, which usually adopt the recommendations with some modifications. 4, the prevailing emolument structure and retirement benefits available to employees of central public sector undertakings. And 5, the best global practices and their adaptability and relevance in Indian conditions. 6, to recommend the date of effect of its recommendation on all the above. This is the 7th CPC recommendation, Gazette notification issued on 28th February 2014. Now, 8th CPC terms of reference have come. What does it say? Para 2E, sub 2, to review the DCRG and pensions of employees not born on the NPS, including UPS, and make recommendations thereon, keeping in view para 3 below. What para 3 says? The unfunded cost of non-contributory pension scheme. What does it mean? Nothing but OPS, old pension scheme. That is called a defined pension scheme. NPS is called a defined contributory scheme. So, it is very clear that the 8th Central Pay Commission terms of recommendation is contrary to the earlier Pay Commission recommendations. See, you link this with the Validation Act. What they want to do? Already they have enacted an act in the parliament, appointed a 8th Central Pay Commission, terms of reference is finalized. Some of the big leaders, when we were talking on the virtually, big leaders, I don't want to name them. We are hoping against the hope that the government will give the same term of reference as it was in 7 CPC. Big leaders. But we had our own understanding about the situation. Big leaders thought the government will have the same terms of reference for 8 CPC on par with 7 CPC. Absolutely not. The cat is out of the bag. So please understand these terms of reference, linking with Validation Act, linking with the pension revision, what is going to happen. It is for you to apply your mind, discuss, deliberate, come to certain concrete conclusions. What should be our approach? This is the most important issue as far as I am concerned. There are many other issues, but this takes precedence over all other issues. Please understand the danger behind it, and we are the biggest pensioners association in telecom. By number, not only by strength, but it is a kicking organization, live and kicking organization. No organization can be compared. General Secretary gave a call on WhatsApp. We want to fight legally the pension division case. Please donate. Within a month, you have given 1 crore 11 lakhs as legal funds. My friend sitting here, Hariharan Nair, their association is different. They had confidence in our association. This is the organization which can legally fight. They contributed 1 lakh. Oh, Honorable Member of Parliament of Inaugural, Kochi has come. We welcome him. So, I have to give way for him because he is a very busy parliamentarian. So naturally, I don't want to go much into the other details, but please understand that I am only making a request to the Member of Parliament. He is a young, energetic, Honorable MP, E.B. Eden. Sir, the whole conference is very much exercised over the passing of Validation Act along with the Financial Bill 2026. Part 4 of the Financial Bill deals with the Validation Act. The intention of the government is to reduce the fiscal deficit by touching upon the pension expenditure, by reducing the pension expenditure. And the 8th Central Pay Commission is appointed by the present government. And last week, terms of reference is released. Last week, when we go through the terms of reference of the 8th Central Pay Commission, compared to the 7th and 6th Central Pay Commission, it is obvious that this 7th Central Pay Commission is not going to consider the pension revision for the existing pensioners in the background of the Validation Act. You belong to a respectable All India party. And your leader, N. Venugopal, raised on the floor of Parliament when it was introduced. We saw it in the TV, how much he was objecting to. Now it has become an act of Parliament. Now, legally we are challenging it before the Supreme Court of India. The pensioner community as a whole joined and formed an association, Forum of Civil Pensioners, and we are fighting. We have already filed a petition before the Supreme Court of India. I only request, Honorable Member of Parliament, please take this issue a very serious issue, because There are 63 lakhs of pensioners throughout the country in central government alone. There are 1 crore state government pensioners, and this is going to be followed by the state governments. So more than 1 crore 75 lakhs families are going to be affected, which will have its reflection on the political scenario. Keeping this in mind, I would only make an honest request to Honorable Member of Parliament of Kochi that in whatever forum you can take it up, even on the floor of Parliament, even within your party forum, we request you to take up the issue seriously, and the entire country is expecting, because we are representing pan-India. This hall is only a militant section of the pensioners community. Even though we are retired, we are not tired. We are prepared to fight back, and please help us to see that the Validation Act is withdrawn by the present government. Thank you, comrades. Now, I request Honorable Member of Parliament, E.B. Eden, to inaugurate the conference. Since it was a little bit late, I have addressed my presidential address. Now, Honorable MP will formally inaugurate our 6th All India Conference of All India BSNL Pensioners Welfare Association. Please come.
The President of today's function, National President of the All India BSNL Pensioners Welfare Association, Sri D. Gopalakrishnan ji, General Secretary Sri V. Varaprasad, Working Chairman Sri R. N. Pandanair, General Convener Sri T. P. George, distinguished leaders of the All India BSNL Pensioners Welfare Association, on the dais, off the dais, and friends and pensioners who have gathered from across the country for the 6th All India National Conference. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the Pensioners Association, the BSNL Pensioners Association, for organizing such a very vibrant conference in the God's own country of Kerala and the Queen of Arabian Sea, Kochi. I would like to welcome you all to the beautiful city of Cochin. After the protest, you can enjoy our backwaters as well and enjoy our beautiful seafood also. You would have noticed in the parliament, the laws passed in the parliament in the last 11 years have been laws which are not been on the people's side. All the public sector undertakings have been privatized. If you decide not to travel via air, if you take a policy decision, then it is going to trouble all of us, because all the companies, all the airline companies have been privatized, all the airports have been privatized, all the seaports have been privatized. The telecom sector is widely being privatized. We have one of the biggest refineries in the country, the Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, which they tried to privatize, but fortunately it is so much of worth that nobody is ready to take it. The value is so huge that nobody has been able to take it. So it is still in the public sector. Even if you look at the shipyard, Cochin Shipyard Limited, the first greenfield shipping yard in the country, the first indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant was built in Cochin Shipyard Limited. Even 25% of the shares of the Cochin Shipyard is also being sold. So the entire agenda of the government of India is to make sure that even when it comes to the life insurance corporation, all the corporate companies are coming into the public sector space, and the entire public sector is being privatized. BSNL, I don't know how many of you use BSNL here. All are using. Are you getting? Are you getting network? I am not getting network properly. Because there was a time when you travel from Trivandrum to Kasargod on a train, you won't have one bit of hindrance on your mobile phone. But now, the call drop is so frequent. Whenever you call on BSNL, I don't think most of the time it is not registered on the network or some sort of technical issue. And I believe that all these technical glitch is happening only because they are keeping towers every day, they are building new structures every day, but unfortunately it is for another company. So the people sitting inside this hall have a clear vision, a clear mission. Like the president of the function said, our vision and mission is to make sure that whenever the validation bill is going to come in 2026, it's our moral responsibility to fight and defeat the bill inside the parliament and outside the parliament. 3 काला कानून लाया था, आपको पता है? Farmers law, 3 farmers law, they protested for more than 1 year in the extreme weather conditions, in the extreme cold, extreme heat. They were on the roads with the tractors, borders were closed, they were brutally beaten up. But the voice was so strong that the dictatorship government wanted to accept it. They couldn't deny the rights of the farmers of this country because they are the backbone of our country. So in spite of the heavy, when they protested, the government had to bow down their heads to the farmers of this country. So there is nothing impossible. We have been jointly protesting. All the democratic secular forces inside the parliament have been jointly protesting in many common issues, many common spaces. The party I represent also have been raising the voice constantly on these matters. And as I said, I don't know whether you have seen the parliament channel mein to dekha hai ki nahi, they won't show us when we shout the slogans. The camera will be always on the speaker. But outside the parliament, if you see, I am the leading sloganeering person inside the parliament. So I am assuring you, there are many matters related to the pensioners. One is regarding the revision, pension revision. Another is the validation bill rightly pointed out. We have no clue on what basis, on benchmark they are going to make it. There are huge number of people who are very anxious, pensioners who are very anxious about this. I'm glad that the BSNL pensioners have raised this very vocally, and I assure you in this All India conference that my voice, our efforts, my party's efforts would be with the pensioners of this country, and we should strongly, vehemently oppose this bill. And this is a great opportunity. I was so proud to hear the voice of the president. He said, we are not weak, we are still strong to fight these Kala Kanun, these black laws. And I'm very sure that if we together raise this voice, all the members of parliament, you should send emails and letters and meet your local MPs and make sure that they raise their voice against this law. And I'm pretty sure that our voice would be heard, and they will have to bow their heads in front of our strength and voice. With these words, I would like to declare this All India Conference, 6th All India Conference of the All India BSNL Pensioners Welfare Association inaugurated. Thank you. Jai Hind.
It has been very nice to hear him over the audios. Several times I have been listening to that because it has been all very. It has all been very enlightening, and we could understand the depth of knowledge that he has got. Comrade Varaprasad, who is equally prominent, the General Secretary of BSNL PWA, my dear good friend, Comrade P.S. Ramankutti, advisor, who has been an indomitable force in the pensioners community for years and years. He has never yielded. His ill health, his old age. I don't say that he has old age, but he keeps himself young, energetic, enthusiastic, and sees that the pensioners movement and the trade union movement in the country is going very high, very spirited, fighting and kicking. Comrade Shyam Kumar, Circle President of AAR BSNL EWA. We have been working very closely together, and he's a very nice person, and he's been leading the AAR BSNL EWA. Comrade Hariharan Nair, who has been with me during our days in SNEA. Now he's leading the DOT BSNL Pensioners Welfare Association as its Circle Secretary. It's very nice to meet him once again. Comrade T.S. Vittoban, Treasurer BSNL PWA, and Comrade Anupam Kaul. Comrade Anupam Kaul, we have been together in the SNEA and AIBSNL EA. I remember you, we have been very closely associated, not only as my friend, he is a close friend of our General Secretary, Comrade G.L. Jogi. Comrade R.N. Padanayar, he is the force, he is a guiding force, he is the leading man, he is so calm, collected and cool. He keeps things going and sees that everything is done meticulously. We have seen his activities on the all India basis, and more particular in Kerala, and even very specially in our own city, Kochi or Ernakulam. He has been the real mentor, guiding force of trade union activities in this part of the country. Comrade T.P. George, my very close friend, he is equally dynamic, he is equally committed and dedicated. He has been leading the AIBSNL PWA for the last so many years. And I've got Comrade Gangadhar Rao in the audience, who has also been with me. We have been working together in the AIBSNL when it started during the formation. And I'm extremely thrilled and happy to see that a multitude of delegates have gathered here in the conference, which represents that the AIBSNL PWA is a force. And as your president declared here, we are not tired, but we are ready to fight. And on your faces, in your hearts, I can see that spirit reflecting. So let us see that we fight together, we go together, and we defeat the sinister moves of the government, whatever it be. And I know that, and you and all know, as our president has already highlighted, that we are going through a very critical juncture. And this meeting is being held at this crucial moment when, not only the finance bill, but the terms of reference of the 8th Pay Commission has come out. And we can see that the government, by declaring the terms of reference, has made it amply clear that it is going to be against the pensioners, against the old pensioners or the OPS pensioners, by stating that, you are a drain on the exchequer. You are unfunded. You are non-contributory. These are the terms that the government has used to describe our people. And this derogatory statement, it doesn't behove a welfare state. A state that should take care of the old age pensioners. A state that should take care of the welfare of the ill and the sick and the aged. They are saying that you are a drain on the exchequer. So it is really shameful. It is something that is to be very gravely protested, and I am sure that we will all stand together to protest it. I am coming to the other part of the thing. The finance bill, which has been promulgated on 25th March 2025, you already have had a discussion on that, and I am sure that this conference will also deliberate on that. We have been actively pursuing this thing because, this finance bill, the government, through this, the government has accepted absolute authority over the pensioners. There is a clause which is very, very deliberately being included that it can make a distinction between pensioners on the basis of the date of retirement. And we know that, this is against the D.S. Nakara judgment which was passed by the Supreme Court in the year 1983, that no distinction can be made. And that pension is not a bounty, but a right. It is a deferred payment. It cannot be denied on any aspect. But then the finance bills, which has been, actually, it has never been done in the history of the country. It has been retrodated. It has been predated to 1/6/1972, which means that the government intends to upset all the favorable court judgments and see that we are going to be differentiated and distinguished on the basis of the year of retirement. And my dear comrades, you must understand that this is going to be a very grave issue. And we have already, in the forum of the NCCPA and the FCPA, we have all come together, we have joined together. The different pensioners associations have joined together. And we have conducted several, very, very successful, protest rallies, human chains, human walls, and march and etc. But we will have to continue the fight. And in the court also we are fighting. We know that we have already filed the case in the Supreme Court. That our case is registered, but it is yet going to be heard. Not only in the courts, of course, your association, of course, and our association also has been in the courts for pension revision. And we got a very favorable judgment from the Principal Bench, CAT, New Delhi. But then they've gone to the, the Delhi High Court. And initially, with the Honorable Justice Rekha Pali, we had some favorable judgments, which fined 10,000 each to the DOT and BSNL. And now I don't think that the bench is very favorable to our demands. It has been adjourning things like that. Anyhow, our councils will be fighting the case, but there is one limitation. All court cases will take its own time, their own time, and naturally, it is a delayed process. So, the finance bill, we know, we have to defeat it not only on the organization level, but also at the courts. And so we have filed the case at the Supreme Court, and that is a joint case, filed by NCCPA. So let us hope that we get a favorable judgment. Otherwise, we will have to unite. I have to tell you one thing. Unless we are united, unless we stand as one force, there may be different issues and different ideologies and different thoughts and different opinions. Definitely, when all these opinions are put together on the collective forum, we'll get better decisions, better judgments, and better organizational structure. So let us stand together. Let us forget the differences. Differences are good as long as they contribute to the welfare of the pensioners. So it is the pensioners who should fight together. And I hope that AI, BSNL, PWA, the largest force in the pensioners organization of BSNL, MTNL in the country, will take the lead. And your president and your general secretary and Comrade Ramankutti and all other leaders are capable of doing what they have already done. Let us carry on. And I would highlight one more thing for your information. We have been taking up several cases on the CGHS front, which has yielded very good results. And now the CGHS has become very, very beneficiary friendly. We can go to any hospital. We can, of course, empaneled hospitals. But along with that, as I said, as a matter of unity, SNPW has been running the health insurance scheme, which has benefited so many of us. I think many of my friends sitting here are beneficiaries. I am not here to market the health insurance scheme, but let us remember that our health is very, very important. And all those who would like to enjoy the benefits of the scheme, already, the beneficiaries are very, very happy about it. And, we have been running it for the last 5 years, and we have not discriminated any association or anybody. Any retired BSNL employees can opt for the system. They can come, and they are welcome. So with this few words, I don't want to take too much of time because you've got a lot of things on your subject matter, and that will, I do not want to prolong my address. Only thing is that I would like to extend my greetings, my red salute, my felicitations, and all felicitations to the BSNL PWA for the successful conduct of this conference, which I am sure will take and deliberate very, very serious issues and take serious resolutions and also make appropriate organizational and other activities. So wish you all the very best. Wish the conference all success. Thank you very much.
Respected President, Comrade D. Gopalakrishnan, Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Haibi Eden MP Ernakulam, Comrade B. Varaprasad, General Secretary and Veteran Leader, Comrade P.S. Ramankutty, Advisor CHQ, other distinguished dignitaries and members from my co-associations on the dais, delegates from the various parts of the country, my dear brothers and sisters. A very warm welcome to all of you. It is indeed a great honor and privilege for me to stand before this august gathering and express my heartiest greetings on the occasion of the 6th All India Conference of All India BSNL Pensioners Welfare Association, very, very popularly known as AIBSNL PWA in its abbreviated form. This organization has already earned the admiration of the pensioners across the country through its commitment, consistency, credibility, moreover, visionary leadership over the years. AIBSNL PWA, as we all know, is not just an organization. In fact, it is a movement that has always worked for the collective welfare of both BSNL and DOT pensioners with honesty of purpose and clarity of vision. This association has, through its disciplined and dedicated approach, demonstrated that even in retirement, people who once served in the telecom sector will continue to serve the nation by upholding the values of solidarity, justice, and fairness. I take this opportunity to salute the entire leadership of AIBSNL PWA, particularly Sri D. Gopalakrishnan, V. Varaprasad, and Comrade P.S. Ramankutty for steering the organization. Some names might have missed. These are the prominent figures through which we are having regular interactions. For steering this organization with remarkable wisdom and perseverance. The All India Retired BSNL Executives Welfare Association, AAR BSNL EWA, which I have the privilege to represent, has always maintained a very close and cordial relationship with AIBSNL PWA. We have stood together on many platforms at the national level, state and district levels, united by a common purpose and shared ideas. Our cooperation has strengthened the pensioners movement in India. It is a proven fact that when organizations work together in the spirit of fraternity, their voices become stronger, their visions become clearer, and their impact becomes greater. Even as we meet here in the beautiful city of Kochi, as already commented by Honorable MP, our community of pensioners is passing through a challenging phase. Our grave issues such as pension revision, demand for the withdrawal of the recently introduced draconian laws of pension validation with retrospective effect, terms of references related to the pension in the recently constituted 8 CPC, implementation of the long pending benefits, etc., continue to test our collective will. As you all may be knowing, the 8th CPC terms of reference have been finalized, which we were waiting for it. It is very unfortunate to see that there is any mention of our pension revision, which as already the previous speaker told. In previous CPCs, all the previous CPCs, there is a clear mention of the pension revision that has to be done in parallel with the pay revision of the serving employees. But unfortunately, this time it has not happened. And not only that, there have been some words that will really wound us, that we are what we call unfunded people, and we are we are from the non-contributory group. That means we are termed to be somewhat nearer to wasteless people. That is the approach what is taught. Very alarming, very alarming. We must continue to work not only an association, that's why we should continue not only an association, but also as a united family of telecom pensioners with one voice, one heart, one goal, till the targets are achieved. I would also like to place on record my special appreciation for the reception committee led by Comrade T.P. George, Comrade Padanayar, and the entire Kerala team of your association for their excellent arrangements and hospitality. The warmth and precision with which they have organized this conference truly reflect the spirit of Kerala, God's own country, where commitment and culture go hand in hand. That is our motto and that is our logo. Commitment and culture both goes hand in hand. Friends, this conference is not just a meeting, it is a celebration of unity, perseverance and purpose. Let us take inspiration from this gathering to strengthen our joint efforts for resolving our burning issues, grab justice for all of us, attain equality and dignity for all pensioners. On behalf of AR, BSNL, EWA, and my own behalf, I extend my warmest greetings and best wishes for the grand success of the 6th All India Conference of All India BSL Pensioners Welfare Association. May the deliberation of this conference lead to fruitful outcomes and renewed strength for the entire pensioners movement in India. Also, I pray God to all of you to have a very comfortable stay in Ernakulam, all your stay here, and your home reach back very comfortably. And thank you for seeing all of you collectively here. Especially I could see very, very veteran leaders where together work with me, like Sebastian is there, our GS is there. Everybody, all I could see, these are all very memorable moments for all. Thank you all. Thank you, comrades.
Comrade President, Comrade Varaprasad, Comrade Padnaya, Comrade Shyam Kumar, my friend K.D. Sebastian, P.S. Ramanguti sir, T.S. Vittovan, Sri Anvam Kaur, Sri T.P. George, and my dear pensioners from all over India came here for the conference. Actually, this formation of AIPSNL PWA at Chennai was I also participated, and I too want to join that organization at that time. But one problem was there. We were formed, our association before that, including pensioners retired from DOT. That is why our pension association, DOT BSNL Pensioners Association. Actually, the formation of the association at that time was only to join and see what happening to the pensioners once after their retirement. But there in Chennai meeting, I went the early day for informing our comrades. All the comrades there for formation was my colleagues in the trade union field. I requested them to include in the bylaw to admit pensioners from DOT also. But unfortunately, it could not took place. That is why we could not join that association, because we have our DOT pensioners who were our friends and members till the next day of 1/10/2000. So we formed the association, we are sending, and we are working. But now we are working together on the banner of CBMPA, which took a great lead in the formation of, on the settlement of revision of pension of our DOT BSNL pensioners. but still it is not matured. These pensioners sitting in the in the hall, came through very hot agitations in their working days, their service days. That is why they came here from Kashmir to this place and all over India. Because of that spirit they are having still now. So I emphasize that we can get our legitimate pension revision and future pension revisions with the help of all these pensioners and the leaders in the dais. Comrades, we have already discussed several problems, and you may be discussing your problems and other things. Now the pensioners forum is there. Pensioners forum and our CBMBA is there. Our CBMBA, I think somebody may not be knowing the full form. Committee on BSNL Devotee Pensioners Association Committee, CBMPA, MTNL Pensioners Association. That we have our own committee. We were discussing our problems. We once met our member services at Delhi, is not, for charting out the pension revision. He agreed at that time. You know, these people, what they are, from the very beginning of my service, they are treating us, because once they tell us we will do everything, you did not mind. Like that, we also trapped, CBMB also trapped. How this minister, Vaishnav, Ashwini Vaishnav, when our members met, he told them that we are not, regarding the verdict from Delhi High Court, we are not going to any appeal, we will implement it like that. But they didn't do it. They were, from the back door, they are collecting details for appeal. Then our members cannot give this thing. The verdict was to implement it in 12 months. It is in December, last December is the time for the implementation. But they didn't do. They went on collecting these materials for the appeal. So we could not give a contempt of court. Like that, they are also this us. In this way, always they have no this saying that these pensioners, their flood is in the BSNL for the present working and all. So many times we were agitated. Again, we have to go in for agitation. Be ready for agitation, because this pension bill, finance bill 2025, which was passed in the parliament on March 23, is very dangerous to us. And they told, they are doing treachery, because when our comrades met minister, they told it will not affect you. But in the court, they presented it. Once this judge told whether they have right for holding this thing. Then the additional solicitor general told that we have the right. Government has passed this order on this finance bill 2025. It gives them right. So they are telling one thing and doing another thing. I am not going much on these things. You all know this. Otherwise, you will be discussing everything in the meeting today. So I am very happy to with you in this meeting, because most of the people we were working together in the service associations and organizations. And I wish all the success for your all ventures. And I wish all success and all best wishes for the 6th All India Conference of this association. And I also wish all wishes for the coming office bearers of the CHU of this association who are going to be elected on tomorrow. I extend my sincere thanks to all and all of you for inviting me and giving me a chance to see you all, and I wish you all success. Thank you all the best wishes. Thank you, thank you.
Comrade M. Shamakumar of AR BSNL EWA, Comrade G.N. Hariharan Nair of DOT BSNL PWA, Comrade R.N. Padanayar, Chairman Resettlement Committee, Comrade T.P. George, Convener Reception Committee, and Honorable Member of Parliament, Sri Hebe Eden. And circle secretaries, working committee members, district secretaries, delegates from all over the country. We are here from 22 circles. We are here from 400 district unions, branch unions throughout the country. We are here representing 82,000 life members of our association. A very big organization. There is no parallel. It's a pleasure to extend a warm and hearty welcome to all of you. Here, as per our constitution, amended constitution, 800 delegates are eligible to participate. Suppose we allow 2,000 delegates will be here. If you allow 3,000 delegates, 3,000 delegates also will be here. But because of paucity of space, because of paucity of money, of course, as far as we are concerned, we don't find any time difficult for money. But space and accommodating so many people and in neither places is a very, very difficult task everywhere in the country. The country has changed a lot and it has become a congested thing everywhere. And therefore we are limited. So there are only 800 delegates here and few hundred more observers in this conference. I welcome all of you. And we will be sitting here today and tomorrow also discussing various issues in detail afterwards, after this open session is completed. At the outset, I place on record our deep appreciation to the Kerala Circle and especially to the Ernakulam district for hosting this conference. And we have taken a decision in our CWC at Patiala that we have to hold our next conference in 2025. So we took the decision of hosting the next conference in 2025 somewhere, in 2024 September in CWC Patiala. Then Comrade Ramankutti has come forward and they have already discussed it. They have attended the CWC at Patiala, having discussed this issue in brief to hold the next conference at Kerala. So we were very happy to immediately accept that invitation, because holding a conference in such a big mega bay is a very, very stupendous task and a very difficult affair. And therefore, we have to find it. Next conference we will hold is a big question actually. In Visakhapatnam, when the conference was held in 2022, we had an experience. And of course, we have done it. And we will be doing it also in future. I don't have any doubt about it. But it is still a difficult task because people are getting old. And whatever commitment the people in the old ages, in the earlier years, it will be they will not find strength to continue that spirit again. And therefore, holding a conference will be a very difficult task, and that difficult task was proposed by Comrade Ramankutti at the age of 81, 82. See, respecting his commitment, Kerala Circle as a whole, all districts, not only Ernakulam, every district of Kerala has come forward and they have contributed men, material, money. Everything they have contributed in a greater extent. I really congratulate all of them. I really thank all of them to having come forward to give such a helping hand to the AA, BSNL, PWA from Kerala Circle. The reception committee, of course, under the able leadership of Comrade Ramankutti, Patanayar and CP George, and young and energetic Comrade Swami, Krishna Swami. And they were working to hold this conference today, tomorrow, yesterday, from the last 1 year. First they started forming committees. They have toured all the districts. They raised the resources required to hold this. And the estimated expenditure of this conference was around 1 crore. 1 crore rupees to hold a conference, nobody can think of actually. And we are doing this. Our ABSNL BWA is doing this now. And Kerala itself has given more than 50% of that. I don't think this much applause is not sufficient. Some more is required for them. All of you, comrades, sitting behind. Very big thanks to Kerala Circle, sir. We are indeed honored by the presence of Honorable Member of Parliament, Sri Hebe Eden, who has graciously inaugurated this open session. He is really gracious. His presence itself has looked gracious, in fact, and his words are more gracious. Very, very assuring young leader from Ernakulam. We really thank him. Our Honorable President has already praised him in many words. Whoever party he belonged to, he said, you are good, you are commendable and all that. And we all endorse that. And we thank him. Comrades, before I move to the issues before us, AA, BSNL, PWA has completed 17 years of dedicated service. As far as membership growth is concerned, we have enrolled around 12,000 new life members during this period since last AAC. 12,000 new members have been joined, and that is how it has become 82,000. 12,000 new members in the recent past in 3 years. The 12,000 membership, total membership was not there for certain associations. You see, that is the difference. I am very happy to inform you that the ABSNL PWA has been included as the member of Standing Committee of Voluntary Organizations, SCOVA. See, our association is now a member. Membership is on a tenure basis. So for the next 2 years, we will be representing in SCOVA on behalf of all telecom pensioners. Not only ABSNL PWA members, we represent every member of the telecom community. And we shall use this opportunity to the best advantage of pensioners as a whole. Comrade, you know that we have already won our case of pension revision in PB-CAT Delhi some 3 years back. That was our biggest victory, in fact. When government says that you are not eligible for pension revision unless pay is revised, and we have fought this case in legally, when the government clearly indicated that we are not going to help you. It is a policy decision that pension cannot be revised without a pay revision. Then we don't have any other alternative except to seek a legal remedy, and we filed a case. And we won the case in PB-CAT. What is that? It is on the basis of the parity with the central pensioners. As per 7 CPC recommendations, our pension also needs to be revised. That was our demand, and it was accepted by Honorable Court in CAT Delhi. And we sought the intervention of the minister. We met them. He assured, but his word was not kept. The government DOT has made an appeal in High Court, and we are fighting that case in High Court also. And as you know, so many adjustments have taken place. It is coming to a logical conclusion. The case was heard. Thank you. The case was coming to a logical conclusion, in fact. Not much of things were left for hearing. Next 1 or 2 sittings are sufficient to conclude the matter in the case. And as far as our information and our understanding, as far as the case is continuing in the case, we are very confident that we will win the case in High Court also. We are going to win because government has DOT has no further argument to support its arbitrary stand. So when we are fighting our pension revision case, seeking parity with the central government pensioners, it is a justified demand because we came from DOT, and had we continued in DOT, we would have got all those things as per CPC recommendations. Now when we formed the BSNL, we are given to understand the intent of the Rule 37A is to protect your pension and is to protect your pension revision also. That was the real intent of the Rule 37A. It was worded accordingly only. But the government says you are drawing a IDA pension, IDA is different, CDA is different, now you are in PSU, you can't get it. All these arguments were done, and these arguments have fought and flat in courts. This is the fighting we are running on for some time. Then suddenly a validation act has come. When we are seeking parity with the central government pensioners, this validation act is threatening the very pension of all the community, entire country's community, pensioners community. This validation act denies both pension and pension revision. Whether there is a question whether it applies to BSNL people, BSNL retirees. Yes, it applies. There need not be any doubt. We are very correct when we say that this will apply to BSNL pensioners also in a way that we are getting pension under CCS pension rules only. We are getting pension from Consolidated Fund of India. So this validation act, government has clearly told in the act itself that this act will apply to all pensioners under CCS pension rules, and it applies to all pensioners who are getting their pension under CCS, Consolidated Fund of India. The very nomenclature heading of the act itself shows that it is principles of this expenditure. That means they wanted to control the expenditure on the budget. And it was not the first time. The government was having this idea for some time back also. You must be remembering when Arun Jaitley in the parliament itself, he said, in future there may not be pay commissions. Future commissions may not be there, like that. He has commented at one point of time. And he has opened his mind. And from that time onwards, they wanted to control the pension. Because there will be many pressures on the government from other things. They are interested not to spend money on pension. So when your pension budget is increasing with every pension revision, with every pay commission and all that, so powers of the pay commission, recommendations of the pay commission ought to be cut. So they used the situation of the S30 Pensioner Association issue, and they have utilized that opportunity. It was only a scapegoat. They have fought for 15 years. And their case, they won, every court has endorsed their argument, their claim. And government is facing a contempt petition against on this S30 Pensioner Association case. So to avoid that embarrassment immediately, the bureaucracy and the legislature have come together and passed the legislation. The legislation is to deny the pension in future. Whatever they are paying today, it may remain, but it will remain static only for central government pensioners also, as per this law. The future revision is not there. So when Nakara case was won, before that this was the situation. The earlier central pay commissions, first, second, third, they never discussed about pension revision. Only pay revision issues were they used to recommend. Government implements them. Whenever a pension revision issue is raised out of that forum, the government has got a discretion to pay or to deny. So it was a discretion of the government and not bounded by any recommendation of a statutory committee. And that situation, after Nakara, this has become a statutory obligation on the part of the government to consider the pension revision also whenever pay commissions are formed. The Supreme Court ruling says whenever pay is revised, pension also is to be revised. Because there cannot be a distinction between past and present on the basis of their date of retirement, and everyone is equal according to the Constitution. Every citizen is equal in the country, and therefore a pensioner also is a citizen, and moreover a senior citizen. He cannot be discriminated. But the Act says that the distinction can be maintained. And distinction is inevitable. You see, the government mind. Distinction can be maintained. Now, so far, all courts are telling that distinction cannot be maintained. All are equal. Date of retirement cannot be the criteria for a decision on pension. That was the mandate given by the Supreme Court. Now, dishonoring all those mandates, the government says that the distinction can be maintained, and it is inevitable. Inevitable in the sense, they are showing the financial burden. Maintained means you don't seek parity with your any pensioner and all that. And immediately after this, 8th CPC. The timing of the Act also is very much in mind for the government. 8th CPC was announced in January. This Act has come in March. Commission has been now formed. So before formation of the Central Pay Commission, they wanted to see that the Validation Act is passed, and this Validation Act should be kept in mind by the Commission when it gives its recommendations. It is giving a clear signal and warning to the commission members. You have to think in this frame only. So when we go to pay commission now for a pension revision, pay commission says, Arey Baba, there is no reference to me to at least hear you. HCPC terms of reference are so missing that the pension revision and pension, the word itself is missing in that. It was the very first time. Fourth CPC was there, fifth CPC was there, sixth CPC was there, and the earlier CPCs, they have amended the clause to include that the recommendations of the pension are required. In some instances, the CPC terms of references were amended. Now the whole word of pension and pension revision was missing in the terms of reference. Now also our friends, some of the friends are telling that earlier it was included, amended, now also they will amend it. Before the announcement of this terms of reference, so many friends have concluded that the government is not so stubborn, it will definitely include that the 8th CPC terms will come and it will be favorable to you. We need not worry about it. This agitation is not required at all. All these arguments have come. But they were proved wrong when the terms of reference was notified. And it is first time that everything in the 8th CPC was changed. No previous precedence was taken into consideration. The very committee of the composition of the commission has been changed. The terms of reference have been changed. The timing has been changed. And now, according to the government that mind, it is very, very dangerous that even the arrears also will become a problem. Date of effect of the ICPC need not be from 1/1/2026, according to government notification. It can be anything else. The government has got that power, discretionary power. So far, government courts were telling that you don't have power to distinguish. Now, government has acquired a lot of power to distinguish, discriminate, and all these things. So, whenever the pay commission recommendations, HCPC recommendations are bound to implement, the government may take a different date of effect. The government may honor the recommendations of the CPCs. It can be on a different date also, even for serving employees. Because they have included in the Validation Act that it is a burden on the government structure, pay structure, to examine all these things they have written. So in the guise of that, the government will use its discretions and arbitrariness in deciding the things in future for both serving employees and for pensioners also. Pensioners, of course, there was no reference now, and the pay commission cannot speak. And after this pay is revised, the pension is a question. Now we are telling that in the PSU there was no pension revision. Now in central government also there is no pension revision. PSUs are seeking parity with the central government. The government has now granted the parity by removing that from the central government pensioners. You see the danger of the government act. So therefore we have to challenge this act. We have challenged on streets, we have challenged in meetings, we have challenged on roads, we have challenged on paper, we have challenged through our MPs, and we have done everything. But the government, in spite of all these challenges, the terms of reference shows the neglect of the government as far as the security of the pensioners. So we have decided to work in tandem with all central pensioner associations under the umbrella of FCPA, Forum of Civil Pensioner Association. We have become a part of that, and we have done whatever action program has been taken so far. We are a party to it, and we have actively participated in all these struggles so far. And filing a case in Supreme Court also has been done, and it was admitted now, and that process will continue, and we will be monitoring that also. And therefore, we are committed. We are committed to see the logical conclusion of our pending demand of pension revision. Whatever focus is required on pension revision and the case on pension revision is required, that will be fully given. And whatever action is required on behalf of AA, BSNL, PWA, to protect, to challenge the Validation Act, both on state and in Supreme Court, that also we are committed to continue our fight along with the other pensioner associations. And that, of course, we will be discussing in detail, and we will pass the resolutions to that extent. And these are all the decisions we have already taken. These are to be continued. And this body will take note of all these things to continue our fight both on these two issues, very, very particularly. And no new decision is required. There cannot be any U-turn. There need not be any U-turn on all these issues, and we will continue our path very, very steadfastly, and we will see that these things are logically concluded. So, comrade, this All India conference must be very practical, pragmatic, and purposeful. And we have spent considerable effort and resources to hold this event, and it must lead to clear resolutions. I also place on record my heartfelt thanks to the entire reception committee. And I thank all of you. And let us be very, very disciplined in our proceedings, that to commence from afternoon of this conference till next day. And let us not waste our time on petty issues. And let us go unitedly. Let us take all decisions with a conscience. There need not be any difference of opinion. And let us go strong, steady. Thank you, comrades. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
I'm an advisor, but I don't advise anybody. I don't advise even my wife also. And she never cares me, even if I advise. The other day, I gave an order on Amazon for something, some T-shirt or something. She asked me to cancel that order immediately. I asked why. I said, this is not a good, you don't know the quality of the things. You are an old man. She told me like that. I accept. Old people used to speak too much also. And I don't have that habit. Deliberately, I have learned how to keep silent. So I will not take much time. When the conference started, the open session, inaugural session started, there was no space for all the comrades to sit. In this hall, they have provided 1,135 chairs, but it was not sufficient for our comrades. That is the way we have grown up. In 2009, August, when we met in Chennai, East Tambaram, formation conference, there were 456 delegates. Not delegates, pensioners who came on their own, because there was no organization to elect delegates. They came their own and attended the conference. We formed this association. I was elected as General Secretary. There was no money in my pocket at that time. I am the poorest man amongst you all, even now. At that time also I was the poorest man. And I openly told I don't have any fund with me to start the functioning. Immediately Karnataka comrades stood up and said, we are giving you 10,000 rupees advance quota. That is how we started our functioning. That is a story. And Comrade late Chetu Singh, his photo you have seen, a vibrant leader. He gave another 5,000 rupees as advance quota from Delhi circle. Kerala comrades gave some 4,000. And the delegates who were present there on hearing my words, they donated another 4,500. The reception committee for the formation conference, they donated entire amount balance to us. That 28,000 or something. 33,000 I think. That is how we started the functioning with the Kali pockets. Today we have 3.5 crores rupees in fixed deposits within 16 years. It is your money, not our money. We are only custodians. The treasurer is a custodian only. It is your money. And we know the responsibility. We are committed to the pensioners. We are spending money very carefully. That is why we are able to keep this much money in the fixed deposits. But please understand, this growth will not be there in future. Because number of DOT absorbed BSNL employees is reduced. There are only 15,000 people now. So in future, you will not get more members. So this growth will reach a saturation point. Maybe 100 people or 200 people every year, like that. So you must understand, it's not a regular increase in the income. We have to be very careful in handling the money. Money is a problem for even families also. And organizations is much more problem. So maintaining the fund and saving it is a big problem. We have to be very, very careful. To conduct this type of a conference is going to be a big problem for everybody. You may be knowing that we are spending about 1 crore rupees now for this conference. Still there are problems. Some people want AC rooms. Some people want chapels in the bathrooms. Some people want blankets. There are a lot of demands. Some comrades asked where the liquor is available and can the reception committee arrange some vehicle for going there. Even there are people like that. I am openly telling, that is my habit. I am very frank that way. Different types of people are coming from different areas. It's very difficult to conduct a conference like this. We have to think of it very seriously. You are spending about 1 crore. How many circles can collect that much money? Even we did not expect in Kerala we can collect this much amount. When we started our work 1 year back, last November. Exactly on 11th November 2024, we conducted a meeting, working committee, and decided to start the work. 1 year efforts. And we could collect 54 lakhs rupees from Kerala pensioners alone. Only from pensioners. We did not approach a single employee. We decided we should go to the pensioners, our members only. We don't go to any other organization. We should not go for any other finance. We could get that money. And very carefully we are spending. In spite of that, there are problems. Yesterday, we had fixed the venue for the CWC meeting as YMCA International Ernakulam. We went there earlier. We found it was a very wonderfully maintained building, very beautiful area, calm and quiet. But yesterday when the leaders were taken to that place, they had given 25 rooms. all AC rooms. And after reaching there, we found no water is there in the pipe, bathroom. We were asked to wait for some time, 5 minutes or it will be ordered within 5 minutes, it will be ordered within 10 minutes, like that. We waited for 1 hour. Still water was not coming in the pipe. Bathroom, there was no water. I can wait for food, or I can skip a food, but I cannot wait too much for going to the toilet. Then within 15 minutes, we contacted so many hotels here. All hotels are full because of some other conference of doctors. Luckily, our circle secretary, Comrade Krishnaswamy, could manage to get some accommodation in the Brahman Sabha auditorium and rooms. And within half an hour, we shifted all the leaders from that place to the new place. I am telling you, unexpected problems are there. It cost another 2 lakhs rupees expenditure. Again, there was some problem in some camps. When we got the news, we understood there are genuine problems. We tried to solve it to the extent possible. Not that it is all satisfactory, but we know all our old people, they require certain amenities. It's very difficult to provide such amenity to every participant in such a conference. We tried our level. There are lapses, and some people are coming in that night only. Somebody sent a message, I'm coming after midnight. He's coming from Coimbatore. There are at least 40 trains every day running between Coimbatore and Ernakulam. 40. So many people came in the morning. They can start. It's 3-4 hours journey. They can come in the afternoon. But he started only in the night from there. He came here after midnight. He was expecting somebody in the railway station. He said, I want a trouble-free accommodation. This is a habit of our people. I'm not finding fault with them. Old people with so many ailments. But at least they should also understand when we go to some place, we should not give some trouble to the hosts. But some people lack that common sense also. I'm sorry to point out all these things. Anyway, comrades, with all the difficulties, we have organized this conference. Still there may be some problems. Now I think some chairs are vacant because there is another hall, dining hall. A big screen is arranged there. They can sit there and watch the proceedings. And they are clever people. They know by sitting in the dining hall, they will get the food first. There are clever people like that. Of course, we have to arrange all these things. That is why now that much congestion is not there at this moment. But they may be watching there, sitting and watching the proceedings from that hall. And today night also, dinner will be supplied here. Morning we could not give the breakfast. Here they can give, but very costly, 500 rupees, 600 rupees per head for breakfast. Why should we waste our money? It is not reception committee money, it is your money only. That's why I request you take the breakfast from somewhere else and come. We are trying to provide you breakfast at the camps. That also some problem has occurred. We are trying our level best. So comrades, that's about the arrangements under the reception committee. In a lighter way, you please take it. We are facing serious problems. Our pension revision is the most important issue. We have won the case. Not one case, several cases we have won in the court. But the government is not ready to honor the judgments. The government does not care the pronouncement coming from the Supreme Court even. Such a government is there. We have a wonderful finance minister, a brutal finance minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. The housewife is the best finance minister in the family. And we have a housewife as a brutal finance minister. She says we have not changed the rules. We have not amended the rules. Some comrades believe that. So they are also propagating, no, the CCA pension rules are not amended. There is no change in the amendment rules, the pension rules. But tomorrow Nirmala Sitharaman will say, we don't want to give you pension. Then you will complain, what that? You have not changed the rules. Yeah. No, I told you I have not touched the rule. She will say that. If the housewife says, I won't touch your food, and she does not give you food, you complain that, I told you I won't touch the food. Right, even now I don't touch the food. I decided not to give you the food. So, anything can be the explanation tomorrow. Please understand, a pertinent question is being asked from certain corners. Very pertinent question. Why should pension be given to the government employees alone? Why can't it be given to the farmers? Why can't it be given to the other workers? Why can't it be given to the petty business people? Why can't it be given to every older man and woman in the country? Everybody wants some financial assistance at the old age. So all the old people in the country should be given some kind of pension. Can you oppose it? Can you say it is a bad suggestion? Very ideal proposal. All old people, whether they were government employees or not, should be given some kind of pension at the old age. Nobody can oppose that. But there is no money. It involves huge expenditure. There is no money for that. Then what can be done? Then fix a cap for the government employees' pension. Save some amount and utilize that amount to give the pension for other people. If such a proposal comes, we will oppose. Suppose they put a cap of 50,000 rupees per month, pension and family pension including. We will oppose. Not only BSNL pension, government employees, when all people will oppose. But how many are we? Only 5 crores. There are other 140 crores people sitting outside. They will support that idea. The political parties want support from that 140 crores, not from the 5 crores, you people. That is a danger behind that proposal. The whole population in India will support that idea. There can be a cap for the government pension. Save the money and support other people. So deliberately calculating, in a calculative manner, they are bringing certain changes. We must understand. Validation is one part of that only. There are so many things will come. Now the Age Pay Commission is appointed. DG spoke about that. One chairperson, one member, one part-time member, or one secretary, only, not too much. There's no need of so many people because they have no work. The work will be given to the private agencies. They have to compile everything and give a report after some time. That is what the 6th Pay Commission had done. If more CPC members are, they will go around the country, they will go out of India also to understand how the pensioners or employees are living, all these things. And they want to collect data, DATA, daily allowance and traveling allowance. They will collect like that. So there are people. So there is no need of a large commission. Even small commission also can do the whatever harm they want to do. They will do. They are asked to do something, they will do. Whether 3-member or 5-member, there is no difference in that. I don't care, give much importance to all these things. But one thing is there, the government has armed itself with a weapon to determine from which date the report should be implemented. That is the crux of it. In January 2025, they declared, we have decided to set up a pay commission for the government employees and the government employees. Normally, within 3-4 months, they used to appoint the chairman and members of the commission to decide the terms of reference. But this time, they took 9 months. What is the relevance? In January, election to Delhi Assembly was declared. Before that, they said we are going to give you pay commission. Some people are happy, they got the political advantage of that mileage. Now, election is going to be, it's already started in Bihar. So they have declared the names of the commission chairman, chairperson and members. When the report will come, 18 months, 1.5 years or 2 years, maybe 27 end, by end of 27. Election, the next election to the Lok Sabha will be there in 2028. No decision will be taken before that. It will be kept there, giving some hope, genuine or false, to people. It's all politically calculated move. So the 8th Pay Commission report may be implemented by the next government only, not by this existing government. At that time, that government can decide in 2028. We cannot give the arrears. Yes, we are giving pension pay revision and pension revision only from 1/1/2028, not 26. They can decide. Can you go to the court? Even Supreme Court cannot do anything. The Parliament has passed the bill. It has become an act. The government has the authority to fix the date or discriminate the pensioners on the basis of the retirement date. The fellows who retired before 2026 need not be given any benefit. They can decide like that. You can file the cases. Supreme Court will say Parliament has passed the act. According to the existing act, the government has the authority, final authority to fix the date of implementation of the recommendation of the Pay Commission. You cannot win the case in the court. That is a danger. So they have not decided not to give you, but they can decide from which date they can give, or they can decide for the people whom it should be given. The people who retired before a particular date need not be given. Only from people who have retired for that particular date can be given. They can divide the pensioners. They have armed themselves with that weapon today. That is the crux of the Validation Act. It affects everybody who are covered by CCS pension rules. They have gone to some people have gone to the court. The S30 officers, senior officers, our DDGs, our chief general managers, retired. They have gone and filed a case in 2010, about 16 years ago. They won the case in the CAT. Government went on appeal to High Court. They won the case in the High Court also, Delhi. Then the government went to the Supreme Court with the SLP. SLP was rejected. The S30 Pensioners Association won the case in Supreme Court also. Still it is not implemented. The case came back to High Court, Delhi. The case is pending there. Not honored after 16 years. Now they have filed a contempt petition to the High Court. Contempt petition is also pending. Government doesn't care at all. When the case came up for hearing, the government secretary came and told, now Parliament has passed a new bill, it has become an act. Therefore, the government has the final authority to decide whether the benefit should be given to these people or not. The government secretary told the High Court of Delhi very clearly. And Nirmala Sitharaman says, no, we have not changed the rules. Government secretary says, everything is changed. Now we have the authority to decide. Suppose we win the case for pension revision. They can decide. The revised pension scheme can be given only to the people, BSNL employees retired after 1/1/2020 or 25. They can decide like that. You cannot go to the court and file a case against that. These are the dangers. Please understand. When we discuss, we have to discuss all these points. It's a very calculated move to attack the pensioners because it is easy to attack you, pensioners. You cannot fight like farmers. You don't have a weapon to start the functioning of the department, the BSNL or that thing. Even if BSNL employees go on strike, nobody cares now. That is it. There was once upon a time when you give a call for strike, entire thing will be stalled. I have that experience. I worked in the P&D movement. I was convener of the Kerala P&D trade union movement, NFPT, for 10 years. We stopped entire P&D services within one hour. Government was afraid of us at that time. We can stop the entire P&D department services. Now, if entire BSNL employees go on strike, they'll say, okay, go on strike, no salary for you, we are saving money. You sit outside, that is the situation. Service will be better. Jangappa says, then service will be better. I don't say that. I cannot say like that. But people have mobile phones in their pockets, and the service will be rendered by the private companies. So BSNL is not privatized, but the service is privatized. 90% of the service is privatized. BSNL is still there as a government company. What is the impact? I don't find fault with the leaders of the service unions. They are not able to achieve many things now. Because there is no bargaining capacity. The bargaining capacity is striking power. When you don't have a weapon, nobody will care you. If you are moving with a weapon in your hand, everybody will be afraid of you. You don't have a weapon. You have a gun, but nothing in that. That is only. This is a situation, comrades. So I don't find fault with the service unions. Some people are telling, oh, they are all useless fellows, they are not capable. Not that all. There are sincere people. I know the comrades, BSNL employees union or NFT, there are very sincere leaders, dedicated, but they are helpless in the present situation. Technology has developed. In the present new situation, with the technological advancement, the manpower has no value at all. Without manpower, you can manage everything. There was a story about the Swedish telephone system. Long back, I used to speak about that. I read in a book. That time they told in Sweden, in the telephone system, there was only two people, one man and one dog. The dog is kept there to guard the telephone exchange building. The man is kept there to feed that dog, not for work. That was the situation. Now there is no need of a dog also in our India. Without dogs, telephone exchange can be installed some in one room. You can lock it and go anywhere. It will function. People will get the telephone service, mobile service. Manpower has no meaning in the situation. Everything is there. Things are changing again. Artificial intelligence has come, so many things. The other day, my son sent a photograph to me. P.S. Ramanguti sitting with Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan is keeping his hand on my shoulder. I was surprised. I don't know who this fellow is. Then my daughter told, this is Shah Rukh Khan, famous film star. Where is the photograph? It is artificial intelligence. They create a photograph. Tomorrow, they can take a photograph with Gopalakrishnan sitting with some bad elements. There will be a lot of problem. This is the artificial intelligence, era of artificial intelligence. So manpower has no, culture has no meaning, manpower has no meaning nowadays. Value. The values are changing, please understand. In such a situation, we have to understand the changes in the society, in the entire system. We have to adapt ourselves to the changes. I don't want to take much more time. The food will be available around 1 o'clock. Our Anupam Kaul is there. एक हिंदी भाषण भी जरूरी है और हिंदी में भाषण देंगे. So I don't want much more time. As I told you, I will be 82 next January. Then still I am young, no doubt. I younger than many people. I'm able to walk, I am able to do. Because I'm active in the association. That is why I'm able to do all these things. If I don't do any social work, I'm keep quiet, I'll be lying down immediately. I'll be disappearing from this earth also. But I don't know. Anyway, this may be last All India conference which I attend in my life. I hope I'll be able to meet in future. Nobody can say. I wish, because it's quite natural after 80 years, your health will create problem. We have to adjust with that. I no problem that. I know. I am quite aware of my limitations. But with all limitations, I have done whatever possible. People appreciate me, people love me. But as it has happened here, in the arrangement, there are some problems. Please bear with us. Thank you, comrades. Thank you very much.
Respected President, Comrade D. Gopalakrishnan, Chief Guest, Honorable MP Mr. Eden, other leaders on and days, comrades, it is with immense pleasure I welcome you all to this inaugural session of the 6th All India Conference of the AIBSNL PWA in Kerala, the land of God. I don't want to take much of your time. Comrade D. Gopalakrishnan, our General Secretary, Comrade, our beloved leader, Raman Gutti, explained elaborately the objectives of our association, namely the welfare of telecom pensioners and the long journey our association has taken since its inception in 2009. Just from 500 members on 20th August 2009 to 82,357 today. A phenomenal growth nobody can dream of even. This mammoth size and other good works have also drawn the attention of the government, which identified our association first, and later on recently we have been given the privilege of being one of the representatives in SCOA. And you all know that we are wading through a turbulent atmosphere today. Gopalakrishnan sir already explained in detail about what are the issues we are facing at present. We are wading through a turbulent weather. While we are waiting for a verdict on our pension revision case from the Honorable Delhi High Court, the government has brought in the legislation, namely the Validation Act, which tries to invalidate all the previous judgments and the provisions in the pension rules. The government tries to divide the pensioners based on their retirement, which has often been held, time and again been held by courts that it is unconstitutional to divide the pensioners based on the date of retirement. In 2014, when 99th Constitution Amendment Act was brought by the government, the main component of that act was establishing the Judicial Appointment Commission, replacing the existing collegium system. And that both the acts were dismissed by the Supreme Court on the ground they were not inconsistent with the Constitution. Similarly, this validation act also has to be got rid of because it is not with the consistent of the Constitution. It is like a sword of Damocles hanging over our head. At any time, the government may use it to axe our rights, to chop off our heads even. So I am confident with all your cooperation and the cooperation of other like-minded associations, we will be able to challenge that in the court of law, and already it is on the move. I thank you very much for having graced this inaugural session with your august presence, and I take this opportunity also to say my sincere thanks to the comrades of Kerala, the reception committee, particularly Mr. Krishna Swami, who is everywhere. Here he is, here, there he is, everywhere he is. And Comrade Raman Gutti, our beloved leader, for the elaborate and meticulous arrangements they have made for the successful conference. Thank you very much, one and all.
नमस्कार, वनकम, सत श्री अकाल. किधर गए सत श्री अकाल वाले? ओह यस. एल्लावरकम, नमस्कारम. और इस हिंदी बोलनी है, सॉरी. हमारे प्रिय मेंटर रमन कुटी साहब, अध्यक्ष गोपाल कृष्णन, हमारे गेस्ट सेबेस्टियन साहब, श्याम कुमार साहब, मेरे साथी जो डाइस पे हैं, आप सबको मेरा सादर प्रणाम. जरा हिंदी समझने वाले दोनों हाथ खड़े करें. तो मजा आ गया. अच्छा, अभी तक इन लोगों ने अंग्रेजी में ना एटमॉस्फेयर बड़ा गर्म कर दिया. हमें लग रहा है बहुत टेंशन हो रही है. तो ऐसा करते हैं, थोड़ा हल्का करते हैं इसको. एक कोर्ट केस का टेंशन, फाइनेंस बिल का टेंशन, इधर बहुत लोगों को इंक्रीमेंट का टेंशन. लेकिन दिक्कत पता कहां है? टेंशन सरकार को है. और टेंशन क्या है? ये मरते क्यों नहीं? आज से 31 साल पहले मैं अपने बड़े भाई की रिटायरमेंट पार्टी में गया था. उनको उन्होंने 3 चीजें गिफ्ट की थी. एक बक्सा, तब ये सूटकेस नहीं होते थे जो आप आज लाते हो, तो एक बक्सा, एक छाता और एक स्टिक, डंडा. और मेरे भाई साहब जब रिटायर हो गए थे तो 55 साल के ही, पर कमर थोड़ा झुक गई थी, ऐसे थी. अब आज मैं देख रहा हूं 1500 लोगों में एक हमारा यूपी वेस्ट का सर्कल सेक्रेटरी है जो डंडा लेके आया है, और वो भी फैशन के लिए, बिना डंडे के भी चल सकता है, मुझे मालूम है. अब दिक्कत ये है भैया कि रिटायरी ये अक्षय कुमार जैसे कैसा दिखता है भाई? ये पीली कमीज पहने, ये ब्लू कमीज पहने, रिटायरी ऐसा होता है क्या? कई लोगों ने दाढ़ी रखी है ना बड़ी स्टॉक करके, जैसे आजकल के जवान रखते हैं, फिट. अब मर जाते. इन लोगों ने लड़ाई की, इन्होंने कहा नहीं सीजीएचएस चाहिए, तो सीजीएचएस में चले गए. मरना और पीछे हो गया. सीजीएचएस वालों ने जेनरिक दवाई दी, हम लड़ रहे नहीं, हमें जेनरिक नहीं चाहिए, हमें कंपनी की दवाई चाहिए, तो मरना और पीछे हो गया. अब सरकार क्या करेगी भैया? सरकार को परेशानी तो हो गई. मोदी जी को नींद नहीं आ रही, निर्मला जी को तो बिल्कुल आ ही नहीं रही है. हाँ? इधर के ही इलाके से हैं, हमें तो ज्यादा पता नहीं है. अब समस्याएं ये है कि पेंशनर ज्यादा हो गया, वर्किंग कम हो गया, और सरकार के ऊपर बहुत बड़ा प्रेशर है कि ये जो पेंशनर है ये कोई अलग वैरायटी थोड़ी है. बूढ़े तो और भी हिंदुस्तान में इतने, उनका क्या करोगे? अब उन्होंने क्या काम शुरू कर दिया? इलेक्शन आ गया ये पेंशन, इलेक्शन आ गया वो पेंशन, इलेक्शन आ गया माताओं बहनों को दे दो कुछ. तो इसलिए इस सब प्रकरण में हम लोग ही फंस रहे हैं. जब हम नौकरी में थे, हम डीओटी में अपने अफसरों को कहते थे कि साहब पीएसयू में पेंशन ज्यादा है, आप पीएसयू में तनख्वाह ज्यादा है, आप हमारी तनख्वाह क्यों नहीं बढ़ाते? तो वो कहते थे तुम्हारी तो पेंशन भी होगी ना. तो उन्होंने पेंशन को एक डेफर्ड वेज के तौर पर हमारे लिए रखा था। अब जिनके साथ हमने बात की थी सरकार में तब 30 साल पहले, न वो रहे और न हम रहे, अब किसको पकड़े भाई? अब यही है कि निर्मला जी को जो सही लगता है वो कर रही है। हम लोग कैट में गए थे, उससे पहले हमने बहुत अर्चना की, बहुत याचना की तब के मंत्री जियों को। बिहार से भी एक मंत्री थे, एक हमारे जो आज के जम्मू कश्मीर के गवर्नर हैं वो भी मंत्री थी। हमने कहा जी हम बुजुर्ग हो गए हैं, तो वो कहता काहे को बुजुर्ग, दिखते तो हो नहीं तुम। और उन्होंने जो है बात टाल दी, हम अदालत में चले गए। कैट ने डिसीजन दिया, सरकार हाईकोर्ट में चली गई। अब आज की डेट में अगर संक्षिप्त में, नटशल में हाईकोर्ट का स्टेटस किसी को बताना हो तो वो ये है कि डीओटी आगे आगे भाग रहा है, हम पीछे पीछे भाग रहे हैं। अभी 2 हियरिंग पहले उसने एक एडिशनल एफिडेविट लगा दिया, उसमें 600 पेज और लगा दिए। अब वो एफिडेविट का हमारे केस के साथ में कोई राबता नहीं है, वो डिले टैक्टिक्स है। कहते हैं हारना तो है ही, थोड़ा इनकी वकील की कमाई कराएं, थोड़ा अपनी भी कमाई कराएं तो बहुत अच्छा है। अब दिक्कत ऐसी होती है, सरकार तो एक कदम और आगे बढ़ गई, उसने कहा हम कोर्ट को मानते ही नहीं है, जाओ बंद करो तमाशा। सरकार ने कहा हम कोर्ट को नहीं मानते, हम फिर कोर्ट में गए, सरकार कोर्ट को मानो, मानना जरूरी है। अब उसमें क्या होगा भगवान ही जानता है। कुल मिलाकर के जो एक परिस्थिति है वो ये है कि रिटायरीज जो है इसको एक लड़ाका बनना बहुत जरूरी हो गया। कागज पे लिखने से नहीं काम चलेगा, काम चलेगा तो सड़क पे आने से ही काम चलेगा। और सड़क पे भी अकेले आने से नहीं काम चलेगा, सबको इकट्ठा होकर के सड़क पे आने से काम चलेगा। ये एक निहित संदेश दे रही है सरकार हमें। सुप्रीम कोर्ट में केस आ गया है, लिस्ट हो गया है, वो अपना काम करता रहेगा, लेकिन हम जो पेंशनर्स हैं हम लोगों को एकजुट होना पड़ेगा। थोड़ा सा मिलिटेंसी चाहिए अब तो। इसके बारे में इतना बड़ा समूह जो पूरे देश से आया है उसको सोचना पड़ेगा। अभी हम लोग दिल्ली में 6 के 7 पार्लियामेंट मेंबर्स हैं, 7 के 7 एमपीज को हम मिलने गए। हमने उनको अपना रेजोल्यूशन दे दिया। जो दिल्ली से राज्यसभा के मेंबर हैं उनको भी हम मिले। कोशिश यही होनी चाहिए कि हम इस इशू को चारों प्रकार से घेर लें। घेरना बहुत जरूरी है। और जितना इन्होंने अंग्रेजी में बोला उसको अगर संक्षिप्त में मैं रखूं तो ये है कि भाई अच्छे दिन दिख नहीं रहे हैं। नहीं है भैया, नहीं है अच्छे दिन। अब सरकारों की बात करें तो कोई भी सरकार हमारे हाथ में प्लेट लेकर के ये नहीं आई कि तुम ले लो। चाहे हम नौकरी में थे चाहे रिटायरमेंट में थे, हमने जो कुछ पाया वो लड़के ही पाया। कुछ सरकारें थोड़ा सिंपैथिक थी, कुछ और थोड़ा सिंपैथिक थी, लेकिन आज के इश्यूज को आज की सरकार को ही एड्रेस करना पड़ेगा और किसी को नहीं करना पड़ेगा। और इसी सरकार को कटघरे में खड़ा करना पड़ेगा, इसी सरकार से सवाल पूछने पड़ेंगे। यह बहुत जरूरी है। और इसमें हम लोगों को दूर दराज बैठी एक छोटी ब्रांच से लेकर के हमारे सेंट्रल हेडक्वार्टर तक के जितने भी लीडर हैं, उनकी मदद चाहिए। आप लोग घर में बैठ करके रिजल्ट नहीं एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते। हमारी ऑल इंडिया BSNL पेंशनर्स वेलफेयर एसोसिएशन की भगवान के बहुत कृपा है। मैं आपको एक अंदर की बात बताऊं जो ऊपर लेवल पे डिस्कशंस होते हैं। ये हमारे अध्यक्ष गोपाल कृष्ण साहब हैं, इन्होंने हमारे पेंशन रिवीजन के केस को और फाइनेंस बिल के केस को, बहुत अच्छी पकड़ है इनकी। जब हम बात करते थे तो हमारे दो वकील हैं, एक हमारा एडवोकेट है और एक हमारा सीनियर एडवोकेट है। जो हमारा एडवोकेट है, एक मीटिंग में उसने गोपाल कृष्ण साहब को बोला, साहब मैं आपसे बहुत कुछ सीख गई हूं। पेंशन को लेकर के जितनी बढ़ोतरी मेरी नॉलेज में आपकी वजह से हुई, वो अभी तक 35 साल के कैरियर में नहीं हुई। और जो सीनियर एडवोकेट है, उसने कहा भैया तुम अगर एडवोकेट होते तो तुम तो हमारी रोजी छीन लेते, यह उसने कहा। तो इसलिए हमारा नेतृत्व जो है इतना एक्सीलेंट है, खाली जरूरत है कि बेस लेवल मेंबर जो है वो एक्टिव हो जाए, वो ताकत से लड़े, वो नियत से लड़े। अभी हम जहां बैठे हैं, यहां पे ग्रीक आए, हून आए, शक आए, कुषाण आए, अंग्रेज आए, सब चले गए, लेकिन केरल जो है ये भगवान का कंट्री बोलते हैं इसको, ये भगवान की धरती है। इसलिए जो यहां हो रहा है वो सब भगवान स्वयं ही कर रहे हैं। हमें भगवान के ऊपर भी बड़ी आस्था होनी चाहिए, ये मान के चले कि सब ठीक हो जाएगा। इम्तिहान की घड़ी है, एक रहना है। मैं बहुत ज्यादा आपको बोर नहीं करूंगा। तो कुल मिला के जो ये फाइनेंस बिल की एक बहुत बढ़िया पिटिशन बनी हुई है, फाइनेंस बिल को लेकर के भी, और हम मान के चलिए, हम आश्वस्त हैं कि ये कोर्ट की स्क्रूटिनी में पास नहीं होगा। पेंशन रिवीजन में तो जैसे हमें दिख रहा है डीओटी भाग रहा है, भागे जा रहा है। इसलिए ये दोनों केसेस में आश्वस्त हैं हम लोग। हालांकि कोर्ट के ऊपर कोई आदमी प्रोसेस नहीं कर सकता, कोर्ट के ऊपर कोई प्रोफेसी नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन हमें दिख रहा है कि कुछ अच्छा ही होना है। इतनी बुरी खबरों के बीच में सरकार ने भैया एक खबर दे दी अच्छी सी। उसने कहा कि भाई अब तुम इतना शोर कर रहे हो, चलो तुम स्कोवा में चले जाओ। उन्होंने हमारी एसोसिएशन को स्कोवा में रखा 2 साल के लिए। ये भी एक सच में ये बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है। मैं दिल्ली में ही रहता हूं, तो जब ये बड़े लीडर आते थे तो मैं जाता था, लेकिन उसके अलावा भी मैं पूछता था, साहब जी वो हमारा क्या हुआ स्कोवा के इशू का। ये एक अच्छी खबर है कि भाई स्कोवा को लेकर के हम आ गए हैं। अब हमारा रोल जो है केवल बीएसएनएल पेंशनर्स के लिए नहीं है, हमारा रोल जो है टोटल पेंशनर फ्रेटर्निटी के लिए हो गया। और ये एक अच्छा समाचार है, और मैं समझता हूं कि हम बहुत कैपेबल हैं, कर सकते हैं हम ये। अभी आप सबको भी अपने अपनी बात कहने का मौका मिलेगा। मेरी तो बस यही प्रार्थना है कि जब आप साथ हैं तब हम हैं, आप नहीं हैं तो हम कोई नहीं है। इसलिए मैं आपको बस इतना ही कहूंगा, सारी दरा साथ दे जरा सी बात है, तुम जरा सा साथ दो तो और बात है। चलने को एक पांव पे भी चल रहे हैं लोग, दूसरा भी साथ दे तो और बात है, दूसरा भी साथ दे तो और बात है। धन्यवाद।
Respected Comrade DG, other leaders in the dais, and all other leaders in the audience also. First of all, I would like to thank the Central Working Committee of our mighty organization to allow us, Kerala, to hold this auspicious conference in the 16th year of our existence. And this is, as you know, the 6th All India Conference. I thank the CWC for that. As you are aware, at Patiala, as GS has told, at Patiala we decided, the organization decided to hold this conference. So this is 1 year's effort to say like that. And on behalf of the 7,000 members of Kerala, I extend the sincere gratitude for the CWC for allowing us to hold this conference. After the 6th conference, we have said, we are the Kerala Circle is with 7,000 members, it is the 4th. The first being Chennai TD with 17,000, moreover 17,000 members. The second comes Andhra Pradesh with more than 11,000 members. And Kerala then comes Karnataka with, first Tamil Nadu with 17,798 membership. Then comes Andhra Pradesh with 11,072 membership as on 31st March this year. And next third, Karnataka with 10,532 membership. And then only comes Kerala with 7,000 members. That was what I want to convey. So next turn comes market to Chennai TD with now more than 5,851 membership. So that is the turn. Anyway, thankful for that on behalf of the Kerala members. I would thank our Ernakulam MP, Sri Haibi Eden, who inaugurated this conference. He is son of former MP, Sri George Eden, and it continues. as all of us felt, young leader, and he promised us to take our issue to the parliament, and he was confident that government has to bow to the pensioners, the voice of the pensioners. He said like that. So we appreciate it, and we are thankful for the MP for that address, and on behalf of all the delegates, I express my sincere gratitude to the Ernakulam MP, Sri Haibi Eden. Next, I am thankful for the leaders of other organizations, our guests, chief guests, Sri K.D. Sebastian, National President of Sanchar Nigam Pensioners Welfare Association, SNPWA. It was formed after the VRS era, but always in the front with issues to the legal fight also. I thank Sri K.D. Sebastian sir. He is from Ernakulam, for your information. The National President of SNPWA, Sri K.D. Sebastian, is from Ernakulam, and our close associate also. I am thankful to K.D. Sebastian for coming and addressing us.